Planning a last-minute Christmas trip to Cancun sounded exciting, and it was. But it also came with a few surprises, extra costs, a packed schedule, and some lessons learned the hard way. Still, it turned out to be an unforgettable adventure. Come along as I share the highs, the hiccups, and everything in between. It all started in mid-August 2023 when my friend brought up the idea of a Caribbean trip, maybe Jamaica or the Dominican Republic. But by November 2023, we switched to a more affordable destination, Mexico. We booked our trip on November 26, 2023, leaving Monday, December 25, 2023, and returning on Friday, December 29, 2023. It was perfect timing since my office was closed for the holidays from December 25, 2023 to January 1, 2024. I hadn't planned for this trip, so I had to dip into my emergency savings. Not ideal and definitely not something I would recommend. Organizing everything ourselves without a travel agency or guide made it more complicated than I expected. One major relief: no visa is required for Canadian permanent residents visiting Mexico. With my Nigerian passport and PR card, I was good to go. Our dream activity list included swimming with dolphins, a transparent boat ride, trying out the new Maya train, parasailing, and a Segway tour. Friends and co-workers also suggested must-see spots like Tulum, Chichen Itza, cenotes, and snorkeling areas. As of December 16, our rough itinerary looks like this. December 25, early flight to Cancun, hotel check-in at 3 p.m., then explore the resort. December 26, full day excursion ranging between 6 to 12 hours. December 27, Segway tour of Cancun in the morning, Mayan jungle tour at midday, and aquarium visit in the afternoon. December 28, transparent boat ride and parasailing. December 29, departure. We considered booking through Airbnb experiences, but decided to wait until we arrived, thinking it would be safer and more flexible through the hotel. In hindsight, not the best decision. We chose Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas after reading great reviews. Our vacation package included a junior suite for 2, 4 nights, and round-trip flights from Toronto to Cancun. Total cost, 4,554 Canadian dollars 76 cents, split equally at 2,277 Canadian dollars 38 cents each. I also booked a round-trip train ticket from Ottawa to Toronto for 218 Canadian dollars 51 cents, thanks to a corporate discount. Although I checked ahead of time, the hotel didn't offer airport transfers with package deals. Since ride-sharing services aren't allowed at Cancun Airport, we decided we would take a taxi from the airport upon arrival. Before the trip, I withdrew $400 on December 19 and exchanged some for pesos on December 22nd, which came in really handy. On December 19, just days before the trip, I got my 5th COVID shot and the flu vaccine at the pharmacy, just to be safe. I wanted to travel light, so I got a thrifted backpack for just 15 Canadian dollars 24 cents on December 23 and packed only the basics: clothes, shoes, snacks, painkillers, and an umbrella. The trip started on December 24 with a train ride from Ottawa to Toronto. It was my first intercity train ride in Ontario. After a night of packing and minimal sleep, I was up early to catch my 10:27 a.m. Via Rail train on Christmas Eve. The train station was decked out in Christmas decorations, setting a festive mood. I was in seat 8D, a backward-facing window seat. Not my favorite, but thankfully no motion sickness. The train was scenic and smooth, with snowy fields and charming small towns passing by. We arrived in Toronto a little later than expected, around 3:21 p.m. because of train traffic. A few minutes after getting off the train, and before catching the city train to my friend's place, I realized my Presto card was missing. Fortunately, my debit card, which had been in the same pocket, was still there. We were up before 4 a.m. on December 25 and caught a taxi to Toronto Pearson Airport. It was my first international flight from Canada, my first time flying with Air Transat, and my first trip to a Spanish-speaking country. So many firsts. The 4-hour 20-minute flight landed us in Cancun at 10:47 a.m. and our holiday officially began. Here's how our trip actually played out. December 26th, we swam with dolphins, did an aquarium trek, and took a clearboat ride. December 27th, full day tour to Chichen Itza and Cenote Samal. December 28th, 8-hour tour to Tulum Ruins and the underground caves at Rio Secreto. The excursions cost us $426, way over my budget. We had so many activities lined up that there was hardly any time to relax at the hotel. That's why I had mentioned earlier that booking tours after we got to Cancun wasn't the best idea. We also spent extra on professional photos and videos we didn't plan for. As great as the trip was, it wasn't exactly restful. I came back tired and low on cash. Next time, I'll plan better, save in advance, book tours early, and maybe just add a day to relax. Still, no regrets. Cancun was beautiful. And the whole experience reminded me that sometimes you grow the most by diving into the unknown. We flew back on December 29. Cancun Airport was festive and remarkably efficient, and we landed in Toronto at 3:50 p.m. The next morning, I caught the 8:32 a.m. train to Ottawa. I had a forward-facing window seat. Yay! But ended up sitting face to face with someone, which was a bit awkward. Midway through, I got hungry and gave in. $9 Canadian for banana bread and orange juice from the train cart. Not a great deal, but I needed it. We got to Ottawa at 1:42 p.m. and just like that, my Christmas adventure was over. If you've watched this far, thank you. I hope my experience helps you get ready for your own first or next international trip. In the next video, I'll break down all the costs, from flights to surprise expenses. It's honest, real, and just might help you avoid a few mistakes. Got questions or tips? Leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring in your own way, at your own pace.
It's just maybe getting smarter. All of Canada will, all the big cities of Canada will end up like that. With tents. Yeah.
More focus.
Do you know what I do?
Become
If they think they're gonna play, no, not at the phone. No, there's not a flake. No.
Arrivarono alla gare Union de Toronto, notre destination finale aujourd'hui, dans environ 10 minutes. Pour votre sécurité et la sécurité passage, vous devez demeurer assis et à votre siège jusqu'à l'arrêt complet du train. N'oubliez pas de récupérer tous vos affaires personnelles à
García, Bernardo Guzmán, Lourdes Guadalupe Noriega, Eduardo Moisés Vergara. Por favor, proceder a la puerta 63 para verificación de pasaporte.
You're BMC, right?
Yeah.
Ms. Claus is next.
I thought there was a button to ask. I thought there was a button to activate something.
This is definitely more of a journey.
We should have been there.
I did.
Where?
Oh. Not sure.
Twenty-six, 2023. Leaving on Monday. Lord. We booked our trip on November 26, 2023, leaving Monday. We booked our trip on November 26, 2023, leaving on okay, let's start it again. I hadn't planned for this trip, so I had to dip. I hadn't planned for this trip, so I had to dip into my emergency savings. One major relief. In Canadian dollars, 24 cents on December 20th. In the next video, I'll break down to unexpected.